Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and today we will talk about some aspects that can limit the development of many nations all around the world. First of these aspects I would call magical thinking. This is the type of thinking which, regardless of the social position or educational level of the person, this person thinks that there are so magic entities or so magic activities that can affect our life or the lives of others. And as I said, regardless of the education or social status, these persons are really convinced that such thing exists. Such thinking excludes the purely scientific thinking and reason-based thinking on the basis of fact. To a large extent, these approaches are really exclusive. They are in conflict with each other. Another problematic aspect of many societies that they cannot develop further is tribalism. So that it means that there is no sign of meritocracy in rewarding and promoting people for their achievements. Everything is based on the clan one belongs to or tribe one belongs to. This I would say affinity or origin from the clan of the tribe determines to vast extent the potential career of the person, or even I would say is a sort of predestination of the role of this person in the society and life. And another issue that it's really problematic in many societies, also in socialistic society as well, that limits the development of the societies in terms of technology and social things, is the problem of the appropriate approach to work. So I mean the good working ethos, that work is appreciated, that hardworking people are rewarded for their hard work. So we come back to some sense to meritocracy problem, to rewarding people on the basis of merits as much as possible. This is the problem that in many societies, also in the European Union, where neo-Marxism in last decades comes into play and shapes the societies, we see that there is a huge problem with working ethos, that people are rewarded for doing nothing because of the social welfare and pampering the electorate by socialist regime to have people on their side. Especially socialist parties do that. They are behind the legislation that makes people lazy and gives them benefits for doing nothing or belonging to some realistic or imaginary minorities. So this kills the working ethos, and lack of working ethos and lack of will to work and to dedicate, sacrifice time for doing something useful, and lack of will of doing your job well really hampers the development of the societies, even the very much developed ones like Western European societies nowadays. So-called third world countries have problems with all three of aspects I mentioned. So magical thinking, tribalism, and lack of proper ethos of work. Because in third world countries, with work ethos, there is another problem. It's not a welfare system that spoils these people, but this is in majority of cases a notion that work that requires a lot of effort or makes someone dirty or really tired should be done by slaves slash servants. That people who are from so-called higher social layers, are these layers really higher or lower? This is a different story, but if they are having some power, these people think that they plus their children shouldn't work hard because they are for higher purposes. So they are mainly living from work of the others, whom we can classify as slaves slash servants. This is the problem, that these countries, thanks to such approach to the working ethos, they do not develop properly the human potential. And as Thomas Sowell said, the great American philosopher and economist, still living, that countries which do not develop their human potential are really on the shortest path to fail, and even great riches will not save them from that, because the resources on the basis of which these countries are getting their riches can be over one day, and for sure will be over. So then one needs to use this capital, these resources taken and collected during the times of prosperity, when the resources were there. One who is wise should use it to develop human potential. If one doesn't do it, this country is really on the shortest path to fail miserably when these resources, so the source of riches, is over. So this is how I see three main causes that hampers the development of third world countries and also first world countries in Western Europe. Because in Western Europe we also see a part of trivialism and magical thinking, because socialist agenda is completely pseudoscientific, like renewable energy, another bullshit, but many people believe in it, so it's like a quasi-religious movement. So we have magical thinking element, we have also some tribalism, that preferring people with my political views and kicking people with opposite political views, and socialistic lack of respect to work and lack of work ethos. That is why Western European countries are falling down, and because of these three things, with some a little bit different approach to working ethos, but also negative for third world countries, that is why third world countries cannot develop properly currently. This is how I see it. All the best, have a nice day, bye.